Okay, once again, good afternoon, all of you. Okay, so now we will continue syllable discussion for section second. Okay, in section second, there are 4 units. So, unit 5, 6, and 7, 8. Okay, we will discuss for unit number 5. So, unit number 5 is analysis of statically determinate beam. So we have to analyze beam, but which type of beam? Statically determinate beam. There are two types, statically determinate and statically indeterminate. When we say beam is statically determinate, if number of unknown reactions which is equal to number of equilibrium equations, then this is called as statically determinate. And if not equal to, then this is called as indeterminate beam. Just you remember, we will study in detail in unit number 5. Don't worry. So in that, 2 points are there, SF and BM. SF means shear force and BM means bending moment. So shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. So already you have studied how to calculate reactions. But now, one step forward in this subject. So we have to draw shear force and bending moment diagram for beams subjected to point loads, uniformly distributed loads, and uniformly varying loads and couples. Okay. So we have to draw shear force and bending moment diagram for various loading conditions. For example, first for point load, for uniformly distributed load, and for uniformly varying load, and last for couple. Then last point is relation between intensity of load, shear force, and bending moments. This is our unit number 5. Then we will move towards next unit, unit number 6. So unit number 6 is bending stresses. So once you got how to find out bending moment and what is maximum bending moment, then we will able to find out bending stresses, or we will able to design beam for bending stresses. So in that, first point is simple bending theory. Okay, simple bending theory. Then pure bending. So first we have to understand what is meant by pure bending. Then and then only we will design beams. Okay. The next is flexure formula. Okay. Next point is flexure formula. This is most important. This formula may be asked in your GATE examination, your any competitive examination. So please you clear your basic concepts through your these subjects. Okay. The next point is movement of resistance of different cross sections. So we have to find out movement of resistance for different cross sections. Likewise, suppose we have to find out movement of cross section for rectangular section. Okay, movement of resistance for rectangular section. Movement of resistance for square. Movement of resistance for circular section. Okay, likewise, we have to find out. Then we have to find out movement of resistance for built up sections. Built up sections means suppose this I section, connected through these plates. So this is called as built up sections. So we have to find out movement of resistance for this section also. Okay, here sections are given rectangular, circular, flanged sections. Flanged means I section or T section. Okay, I section or T section. In that, this is called as flange. This is called as flange, and this portion is called as wave. This portion is called as wave. So these sections are flanged section. Here also this is flange, this is wave, and this is flange. For I section, 2 flange and 1 wave is present, and for T section, 1 flange and 1 wave is present. Also 1 flange section, channel section. Channel section. So this is called as C. This is flange. This is web, and this is also flange. So we have to find out moment of resistance for different cross sections, built up sections, likewise rectangular, circular, and flanged sections. Okay, this is our unit number 6. Then we will move towards unit number 7. So our unit number 7 is shear stresses in beam. So here also these 3 units are linked with each other. If you got knowledge about shear force and bending moment diagrams, then and then only you are able to find out bending stresses and shear stresses. So once your doubt is clear, what is meant by shear force, what is meant by bending moment, how to find out shear force, how to find out bending moment, and how to draw bending moment and shear force diagram, then we are able to design the beam by using bending stresses. This is related to unit 6, and unit 7 is related to shear stresses. Unit 7 is please wait. Unit 7 is related to shear stresses. So in that first we will see what is meant by shear stress. Then we have to find out, or we have to know, distribution of shear stresses in beams of various commonly used sections such as rectangular, triangular, circular, T and I section. So shortly I will tell you. Okay. First we have to see what is meant by shear stress. Then we have to learn how to find out shear stresses. Okay. So shear stress is denoted by using tau, which is equal to, there is one formula, SA y bar upon IB. So by using this equation, we are going to find out shear stresses. After that, we have to find out distribution of shear stresses. So shear stress is distributed point to point. Where is point to point? For a rectangular section. So for rectangular section, shear stress diagram is likewise. So at this point, shear stress is 0, here 0, and at neutral axis, shear stress is maximum. This is for rectangular section. Likewise, we have to find out for triangular section. We have to learn for circular section, for I section, for I section, and for T section. Okay, and for T section. So in that unit, we have to learn shear stress distribution diagram, how to draw. Okay, so this is our unit number 7. Then we will move towards unit number 8. So our unit number 8 is influence line diagrams. Okay, unit number 8 is influence line diagram. In that, first we will see Muller-Breslau principle. Muller-Breslau principle. After that, we will see application to statically determine simple and compound beams to determine support reaction, shear force, and bending moment at any section. So influence line diagrams deals with rolling loads or moving loads. Rolling loads or moving loads. So we have to draw influence line diagram for different points. So how to load vary point to point. We have to draw here diagram. So this is called as influence line diagram. These are the 8 units we have to study in this introduction to solid mechanics subject. So there are 2 sections, section 1 and section 2. In section 1 there are 4 units, and in section 2 there are 4 units. So total 8 units are there. Then next we will see textbooks. So here 9 textbooks are available. Strength of Material by R.K. Bansal, Strength of Material by Bhavi Gatti, Strength of Material by Ramamurtham, Strength of Material by R.S. Kurmai, Mechanics of Structure book, then Strength of Material by R.K. Rajput, Strength of material DS Bedi, Khanna publication is there. Strength of material R Subramanyam, strength of material RK Bansal. Out of that, uh, this strength of material by Ramamurtham soft copy is available with me. I will share this soft copy to you. Okay. These are the textbooks. Then next we will see reference books. Okay, reference books. Now you prefer reference books. So there are 7 reference books are there. Analysis of structures by Vajrani and Ratwani, Khanna publication. Structural analysis by C.S. Reddy. Introduction to Mechanics of Solids by E.P. Papu. Elementary structural analysis by Norris. Elements of strength of materials. Strength of material by F.L. Singer and Mechanics of Materials by Gare and Timchen. So I will suggest you will refer this Vajrani and Ratwani book as well as already I told you this Ramamurtham book. You refer. These are the some textbooks and reference books. Okay. Now I am requesting to all of you, please write down in syllabus in your notebook. My request to all students, please don't listen lecture only. Note down each and every point. Okay. So first write down our subject name and code. CV 216 Introduction to Solid Mechanics. CV 216 Introduction to Solid Mechanics. Okay. After that, on second page, you write down course objectives. There are 5 course objectives. So I request all of you, please write down this all objectives in your notebook. I will give 5 minutes to write down this all objectives. Okay, if your writing is over, let me know. I will move towards next point. Please write down fast. Okay, if your writing is over, shall I go to next point?
No, ma'am.
Okay, please write down. Let me know after your writing is over.
Oh, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then next point is course outcomes. Okay. So in that first is, write down please, employ the knowledge of structural mechanics, employ the knowledge of structural mechanics to depict the behavior of structures. To depict the behavior of structures. Then second outcome is identify principal planes and find principal stresses and find principal stresses. Find principal stresses. Find principal stresses. Find principal stresses. Then third outcome is draw shear force diagrams. Draw shear force diagrams and bending moment diagrams and bending moment diagrams of statically determinate beams. Of statically determinate beams. Statically determinate beams. Then fourth outcome, evaluate bending and shear stresses in beams. Bending and shear stresses in beams. And last one outcome is analyze the behavior of structure. Analyze the behavior of structure structure under moving load using influence line diagrams. Okay, these are the course outcomes. Then we will move towards syllabus. Also, all are requested to
Ma'am,
please
one
write.
minute, please let the.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. So I will suggest please write down syllabus also. Section first in that unit number 1. Unit number 1. First is scope of the subject. The next point is behavior of engineering materials. Behavior of engineering materials under axial loading. Then next point, simple stresses and strains. Simple stresses and strains. Hooke's law. Stress strain relations for ductile and brittle materials. Stress strain relations for ductile and brittle materials. Ductile and brittle materials. Ductile and brittle material. The next point is elastic constants. Elastic constants. Then working stress. The next factor of safety. Stresses and strains in 3 dimensions. Stresses and strains in 3 dimensions. In bracket, please write down linear, lateral, shear and volumetric. Shear and volumetric. Then normal and shear stresses. Normal and shear stresses. Next, complementary shear stress. Complementary shear stress. The next, relation between elastic constants. Relation between elastic constants. Assumption in elastic analysis. Assumption in elastic analysis. Next point is Saint-Venant principle. Saint-Venant principle. Full stop. And last point is composite sections. Composite sections. Composite sections under axial loading. Under axial loading. Under axial loading. In that, write down 1 point, compound bars. Compound bars. So this is syllabus of unit number 1. Then write down syllabus of unit number 2.
Ma'am, last. Over, ma'am.
Okay. Write down unit number 2. Principal stresses and strains for 2D. Principal stresses and strains for 2D problems. For 2D problems. In that, first point is normal and shear stresses. Normal and shear stresses. Normal and shear stresses on inclined plane. On inclined plane. Normal and shear stresses on inclined plane. Next point is principal plane and principal stresses. Principal plane and principal stresses. Principal plane and principal stresses. Next, principal strains. Principal strains. Then next one is principal stresses in beams. Principal stresses in beams. And last is stress trajectories. Stress trajectories. Stress trajectories. Stress trajectories. Okay, then write down unit number 3. Unit number 3, combined bending, torsion and thrust. Combined bending, torsion and thrust. Unit number 3. So in that, write down first point, shaft subjected to simultaneous bending. Shaft subjected to simultaneous bending, torsion, and thrust. Full stop. Principal stresses, Solpoira, equivalent torque and equivalent moment for solid circular shaft. Okay, this is our unit number 3. Now, please write down syllabus for unit number 4. So, unit number 4 is theories of elastic failures. Theories of elastic failures. In that, first point is maximum principal stress, maximum principal strain, maximum shear stress, and last point, which is total strain energy and distortion energy. Total strain energy and distortion energy. So this is our section 1 is completed. Now please write down for section 2. In that, unit number 5, analysis of statically determinate beams. Write down points. Shear force and bending moment diagrams for beams. Shear force and bending moment diagrams for beams subjected to point load, uniformly distributed load, uniformly varying load, and couples. And last point is relation between intensity of load, shear force, and bending moment. Then write down unit number 6. The name of unit number 6 is bending stresses. Bending stresses. In that, simple bending theory, pure bending of beam, flexure formula, moment of resistance of different cross sections, built up sections, rectangular, circular, and flanged sections. Flanged sections. Okay. And unit number 7 and 8. Unit number 7 is shear stresses in beam, and unit number 8 is influence line diagrams. Please take screenshots and write down syllabus in notebook for unit number 7 and unit number 8.